Am I back? I didn't restart my computer. I think I'm back. It was mini hosts like freaked out and crashed. I think that's because I've left it open for like 3 days without restarting my computer. Possibly. I have that was really weird. Like everything completely froze. It was very strange. OBS is using a shit ton of CPU too. Or it was up to like 47% CPU usage. I don't know why. Something weird happened. And I don't really know what caused it. Anyways.
Here.
Gonna share it with us?
Sure, he put in the hollandaise sauce, right? So it will be combined with that pie that we saw earlier.
Maybe a reach, but I like it.
Fukusan,
yes.
An update on Iron Chef Sakai's do-it-yourself pot/smoking machine.
I rewound a little
now
bit.
Placed some foie gras in there.
Foie gras, all right. Ooh. Iron Chef redoubling his efforts. A second smoked item, smoked foie gras on the way. Wow, now Komine looks like he's done 10 rounds already.
This is quite a workout.
Right, yeah.
Healthy sweat, he's worked up.
Now, what is he doing? Oh, you see? This is what I said he would do.
Hang a star on that one. Good call.
And you'll notice that they're placed on top, right? And the pie is
you
split
also
in
said
half.
way back.
Fukusan,
Drop the other half on.
Challenger Komine seems to be very pressed on time. We witnessed him doing a taste test with a spoon, then without noticing or without thinking, he just turned around and threw the spoon into the garbage.
A little panic maybe setting in over there.
Hey,
but
cut
no
that
need to
out.
throw
I'm
away the
trying to
spoon.
get some sleep,
It's not the spoon's fault. Tough for him, though, working in an unfamiliar
His
environment.
caviar is on top.
All right, Iron Chef's side, and
5
look
minutes
at that.
to go.
Okay, boy, that's quite the trio. Truffles, foie gras, and caviar.
Sakai covering all the bases today.
Now you can see why he had that skewer inside the prawn.
Yeah, right.
Right.
You know, he had that pictured in his
No,
mind
I'm
right from
done
the start.
for today.
It's great planning on behalf of
And
Sky.
right here, even doubling down on the
fine.
theme, and now smoke all over the place. It's the great asparagus smoke out today. Even the camera
Are you
guy's
hungry?
running off. Smoke them out. And speaking of smoke, the
No,
smoked
not
asparagus
yet.
and foie gras. Serve them as is.
Yeah, it's just a great mature flavor. It'll be great.
At least a clear shot of that through the haze, and now Komine saucing this one.
Yeah, the asparagus stewed in the consommé.
And you'd have to surmise an asparagus-based sauce here. Both chefs really bringing it, and Sakai locked on laser-like in this battle today.
Well, you noticed when the challenger called his name, he just looked so hyped.
Like he knew they were coming after him.
It was kind of a go ahead, make my day sort of look.
Oh,
Yeah.
dirty Hiroyuki, huh?
Fukusan,
Yes.
Here's another update on the dishes Iron Chef is making. He originally said he was only going for 3 dishes, but if you count once again, there now seems to be 4.
All right, 4 for Sakai, and now the mold coming
we go.
off.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
looking great.
That looks like a fence almost.
Another work of art from the Delacroix.
Well, if you leave it sitting there too long, it might kind of start to fall apart.
Really? Think so?
I think he'll probably want to keep that one chilled just until serving.
Well, they're already plated.
That would be my only concern, was that falling apart.
All right, and still with the dish, some diced tomatoes could be?
I think they are marinated.
Yes.
The ingredients for the sauce that the Iron Chef is now spooning onto these plates are diced tomatoes, Tabasco, lemon, olive oil, and balsamic vinegar.
Wow, he has gone to town on the sauce too, and the presentation of the dish, superb. And into the blender, some kind of
3
liquor,
minutes to
spirits,
go.
and down to 3 minutes in the battle. Now the challenger side,
He's pouring it on.
right here, Komine.
Oh, okay. Now this one makes my day.
All right, dirty Hattori. But it doesn't look like the challenger's day is being made. Komine hearing the 3-minute call with a forced grin, the expression, not too sure if it's a sign that things are going all right or one of resignation that he's in over his head, but his dishes are looking fine so far.
Yeah, well, judging from the dishes he's got, I think the soup will be the key to the outcome of the results today. And that's going to be the one to watch.
The soup, then, this one here.
Yeah, I imagine that. It just looks so good and so rich.
This holds the
The
key.
challenger soup.
This holds the key to his chances.
That's the one. That's going to be the
Looks
make or
good.
break.
Yeah, I was planning to go for some noodles in the cafeteria if I didn't like any of this stuff.
Kato-san, I had those earlier. I think you'll prefer what these two great chefs are making with their French dishes. And now, on the Iron Chef side,
Oh, wow.
and he's really filling it out. A few more drops of what should be an asparagus-based sauce. The green one, the plate, the canvas for the Delacroix.
He's the best.
They're not trying to compete to see who's best in this battle. They're trying to See who's best overall.
Big battle today in the French cuisine Star Wars.
Yeah, it's the guy is basically saying, hey, I'm a 3-star chef.
Iron Chef over the steamer, and it really had to steam him the first time he looked at the restaurant rating in Gourmand and saw he had 1 star. Now he's trying to throw that back at Mita, and this one away from the steamer.
Yeah, that's the Chawanmushi or Royale.
Okay, and using asparagus.
Wow, interesting.
And about $1.10 left on the clock.
Just want to see how he decorates this now.
Toppings on it?
It's about 1 minute, you said,
Yep.
right? Well, they say the last minute is pretty long.
Last minute's long for us, short for them, and there it is. The minute call, a minute left in the battle. 60 seconds, the last minute of the final round of this heavyweight fight. The Iron Chef trying to defend his crown against challenger Komine and stand up for his reputation.
Well, I think what he's going to be using this for is the topping. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, lobster on the Royale serving.
Right, he's got the Omar lobster.
Iron Chef Sakai not backing down, going full bore boogie tilt all the way to the end. He's got some asparagus tips at the ready beside the Royale
30
servings,
seconds
and
to
now
go.
laying down a sauce on top of them. Under 30 seconds to go, trying to deliver the knockout blow, and this one definitely going to be packing a powerful punch come tasting time.
Whoa, they just keep right on fighting
They
all the
have
way to the
to.
goal.
They have to. Not a
15 seconds to
single
go.
moment to waste. Both men utilizing every available second in the
10
60 minutes of
seconds to
cooking.
go.
Asparagus tips on top. Final finishing touch on this one by
5
the challenger.
seconds.
Iron Chef
3,
Sakai still working.
2,
The final seconds
1.
ticking down, and that's it. The cooking's done. The asparagus battle is over.
All right, I'm gonna give my
Nice
opinions
job in
on the
there.
dishes
Thank
when
you.
they show
So,
them.
how'd it go?
Did my best.
Okay. Now, you seem to be out of time towards the end, but how do you feel your dishes turned out?
Well, I can't say all of my dishes are perfected to my standards.
Oh, really? Ooh, so you're not really sure if you can beat Sakai-san yet or not, huh?
That's correct.
Okay, well, once again, good work, and thank you and good luck. And now I'd like to interview Mr. Mita. What did you think of Chef Komine's performance in the kitchen today?
Well, he appeared to be panicking at times, but he was trying hard, so I hope he will be rewarded.
Well, how was it?
Huh?
How was the hour?
As always, very short.
Short,
Yes.
of course. But you were so focused today, so fired up. I mean, not even
Well-
smiling once throughout the whole battle.
You know, I had a purpose today.
Okay, and how did your dishes turn out?
120%.
So a win for sure?
Sure.
Challenger Komine is offering
Okay, so this guy's got 5 dishes. The Iron Chef, I think, had like what, 3 or 4.
5 dishes. First, white asparagus, truffles, and shellfish salad.
That looks
Truffles
good.
and shellfish.
I'd eat that. I mean, to be honest, though, I wouldn't use black truffle. White truffle makes a lot more sense for a dish like that. And I kind of wonder what the dressing is.
Support the white variety of asparagus. Its slight bitterness is soothed by the aroma of truffles. Second, mimosa-style salad. Balsamic vinegar helps add depth to this one, allowing tasters to compare different
This looks very mediocre and too similar to the first dish.
flavors of green and white asparagus. Third, asparagus soup. It's served with the chicken
Asparagus soup, I mean, it's probably good, but it's also a very simple, like, here's an ingredient. Oh, make a soup out of it. Like,
flan in the center, topped with asparagus tips, drawing out the natural sweetness of the asparagus. Fourth, langoustine and asparagus with sabayon sauce. The fluffy pie and firm
this looks pretty good. The way he did the pie crust thing, though, I mean, it's 90s plating, so what are you going to do?
asparagus create a nice
But this, I feel like this dish doesn't highlight the asparagus enough.
contrast, demonstrating the challenger's light touch with vegetables. Last, for dessert, asparagus ice cream. The slight bitterness of a raw vegetable is no impediment. And
Asparagus ice cream sounds good. I mean, you just have to do it right, but I'd be down for that. So, like, I'd say 2 of his 5 dishes are pretty mediocre. I'd say the soup and the mimosa style salad are like eh. And his langoustine dish, just I don't think it highlights the asparagus enough.
skillfully presented
job.
in this
Turn
ice
off the
cream.
light so I can sleep.
Iron Chef Sakai counters with 4 dishes. First,
I'm sleepy.
asparagus royale.
Asparagus royale. This looks really good. It's gonna be super rich.
The truffles add weight and depth, and the
Did he put a whole fucking truffle in there? Or is it just the way that it's shaved?
Our lobster luxury to an offering which celebrates white
I think it's just a slice from the outside. There's no way you'd put a full truffle in there.
asparagus. Second, asparagus charlotte, the artistic quotient evident in its presentation.
God, that's
Marinated
such fucking
scallops
90s
dressed with
plating.
white asparagus puree fenced in by green asparagus.
That looks good.
Third, smoked asparagus with cherry wood chips and
This-
English tea
this
leaves
is-
presenting the asparagus.
If I could pick one thing so far as a dish to get, it would probably be the smoked asparagus with smoked foie gras.
Asparagus in a dominant role, even over the similarly smoked foie gras. Last, prawn rolled in asparagus, rolled in ribbons of asparagus.
See, like this dish is almost the same as the other dude's langoustine dish, but the presentation here is a lot better. And because of that, and I'm guessing this sauce is made with asparagus too. I'm pretty sure the Iron Chef is going to win this one. And I'd honestly, I'd like the seafood and asparagus. Oh, hey, Buff Riku, thanks for the host. I'd like the first guy, the challenger. I'd totally be down with that seafood and truffle salad, even though I think white truffles would make more sense. And the langoustine dish would probably be pretty good, but like everything the Iron Chef made looks better to me.
And laid over a
I mean, they all look like shit. They all look, I mean, I wouldn't say shit. They look like they were made in the 90s. Like a lot of these could be plated in much more compelling ways, but
asparagus sauce, accentuated by the saltiness of the caviar on top.
those are my
Now,
thoughts.
The moment of truth, tasting and judgment. On the panel today for the asparagus battle are novelist Tamio Kageyama, actor Tsurutaro Kataoka, and culinary critic Asako Kishi. Moriyamita will taste but not vote. First, the dishes of Challenger Komine.
Yo, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub too, Riku. Appreciate that.
You know, I'm used to eating white asparagus out of cans. Crispy ones like this, well, it's really a first for me.
The texture is almost crispy, and I sense some green flavor, a slight bitterness in this, and I like that. It's,
Green
very
flavor.
flavorful.
It's probably because of that watercress or mosh or whatever that
The combination
is.
suggests a sense of spring, but I thought the sauce could have been a little more original.
Speaking of myself, how should I say this? Since critiquing is my profession, I mean my purpose is to comment on the restaurant overall. So I'd prefer not to comment on food at this kind of setting.
It's good, but the flan seems to be weak in flavor.
You got a weak flan, boy.
If you mix the two elements, the balance is okay, but still the flan is a bit weak, overpowered by the soup. I know the soup is the focus, so I guess it's okay.
This gives me a really strong sense of spring. I mean, the green and young flavors come out to the surface of this dish. They just burst with spring freshness, you know?
You boil the asparagus only slightly to preserve the firmness. If you did it any longer, it would have been too soft. The timing is very difficult, but you succeeded, I think. It's very good. The ice is nice. A slight bitterness remains, but at the same time, the creamy texture makes it dessert-like.
This is very delicate. It's so good.
Oh yeah, I'd eat the ice cream
Dishes of
too.
Iron Chef Sakai.
Great. It's good. When this was finished, well, it looked like chawanmushi, you know? Then you put something on it and poured soup over it. I was intrigued in the way you finished it. And it has more depth than I thought it would.
Just so you guys know, I'm gonna kind of explain this dish because it's kind of hard to understand just by watching him like make it. But it's basically at the bottom of the bowl, it's a custard that he made. He made a royale with asparagus, and then he put his like other ingredients that are in there, like the truffle and the other shit. He put it in there, and then he put another like consomme, like another soup on top of it. So it's almost like having like a pudding with like a liquid on top of it. It's a pretty, like, I've seen it done in a lot of traditional French dishes, but so like the bottom part of it is like custard. It's like soft and velvety. It's not like two liquids on top of each other. It's like a custard with a liquid on top of it.
The use of color is so nice, with the warm colors and cool colors balancing on the plate.
Yo, thanks for the bits, Gloomy.
It's so well chilled. It's really a soothing, kind of soothing dish, and it has quite a bit of depth here, yes.
Yes, it's quite full-bodied. And I like this green sauce, which really enhances the flavor of the green asparagus.
Now Sakai preparing the servings of the smoked asparagus and foie gras.
That foie gras looks cooked as shit, though.
Whoa. Oh. I really enjoyed the aroma from the smoking. And the green asparagus, it's just so soft. It looked hard, in fact.
The asparagus alone can be the star of this dish. I don't think you need the foie gras.
No one would leave foie gras untouched on the plate, but it's not overpowered. The asparagus is winning over the foie gras. The challenger kept to the basics, sort of like a boxer relying on jabs before hitting hard, a very orthodox style sort of rhythm. On the other hand, the Iron Chef, he never missed a blow, and his punches landed so hard. Boom! Boom! I felt the impact in his dishes.
All right, who do you guys think is going to win? Do you think it's going to be the Challenger or the Iron Chef? I think it's going to be the Iron Chef. It's been a long time since I've seen this episode, so I don't remember. Honestly, most of the time the Iron Chefs win, to be totally honest. It is usually the Iron Chef in these because they are that fucking good, and they're used to working in this kitchen too. I can't tell you how much of like being like you can be a good chef, but if you're cooking out of your element and you're nervous, like it can fuck with you a lot. And also, even with a full kitchen staff of like guys working with you and stuff like that, an hour is not a lot of time.
Chosen샤의 野菜に対する繊細な愛情が恐ろしいほど伝わってきた今日のアスパラ対決。グルマンの責任編集者がいたということもあったのかもしれませんが、鉄人の気迫がいつもとちょっと違っていたような気がします。どちらの作品により多くの星がつくのか発表します。
Gourmand, the new restaurant guide, its chief editor maintaining numerous chefs can outcook the Iron Chefs. Challenger Komine with his 2-star rating putting the focus on the asparagus. Iron Chef Sakai seeking payback for his 1 star. Who takes it? Whose cuisine reigns supreme?
鉄人酒井宏樹
It's the Iron Chef! Yes! Sakai!
Ah, la cuisine!
Out-punching, out-cooking Komine and winning it on the cards of the tasters. What a job, and even Mita acknowledging...
To be fair, I don't think the being unfamiliar with ingredients is an excuse. If you're on this show, you should be able to know how to cook anything. Like, even if you've never cooked it before, you should have enough cooking knowledge to know how to treat it as an ingredient. Even with some of the weird shit that they throw out there. Anyways, that was good. I actually have to end the stream now. It's kind of late. I need to get dinner. I actually have to go to my parents' house and help them with some stuff. So, yeah. If you guys liked the Iron Chef thing, I'm actually going to see what happens to the VOD with this. It's probably going to get fucking nuked to oblivion. But I do have a special website, if you're familiar with like the Scum website that Vinny does. I have my own thing for that uses what's it called? Angel Thumb. If you guys like watching Iron Chef, maybe I can do Iron Chef outside of my stream at some time. But yeah. I think that's gonna be it. Let's say goodbye to Seaman. Let's give him some heat. Oh. Almost too much. I mean, it's weird because when it comes to Twitch, like, there are streamers that are really popular that just, like, watch videos of TV shows on YouTube. And they don't seem to get into any trouble for it. I personally kind of feel like it's a little bit lazy as a streamer. But I mean, my whole Seaman streams have been lazy, to be totally honest. But I mean, I'd love to talk about more Iron Chef episodes and critique the dishes and stuff like that. So I don't really know. I guess it all depends on how it gets handled on Twitch and when I upload it to YouTube. But I mean, that could be a fun thing to do. That isn't video games. I do need to do video games. I've played those before. Anyways,
would you like to save and end the session?
Yes. I love Iron Chef Japan, though, is by far my favorite cooking TV show. There are some good documentaries, too. Like, there's a really good Gordon Ramsay one that I'd totally love to watch on stream. That's like him before he was famous. Dragon's gonna... Cake Boss. I do not like that show. I don't like a lot of reality cooking shows. All right. Let's pop on over here. Oh, I don't have my thing.